You are attending the massive online open course titled Artificial Intelligence-Powered Dramatization of Historical Sources in Preschool Education. This far, we have completed the first module of the course titled Theoretical Fundamentals, Empathy as Historical Competency and Source Dramatization as Empathy Development Approach, as well as the second module of the course titled Teaching with Historical Sources as an Empathy Development Approach. We are now entering the third module of the course titled Using Artificial Intelligence Tools to Develop Historical Source-Based Dramatization Content for the Early Childhood Years. And we shall begin with the first unit of this third module titled AI Tools Potential for Short History Sources-Based Drama. And in this slide, in this picture, I have selected a number of artificial intelligence tools, and I have produced a table summarizing their advantages as well as their limitations. To this end, to the end of using artificial intelligence tools to develop historical source-based dramatizations, we could use ChatGPT, and we shall see in the next module how this could be utilized in order to develop appropriate content. ChatGPT, powered by open artificial intelligence, understands complex historical contexts and adapts its tone to a diversity of audience groups. For example, you may specify that you wish to customize what ChatGPT is to develop for children at the age of 5 or 6 years old. It also supports multilingual and simplified script writing. It also allows dialogue structuring, character creation, scene background, and educational alignment. It could be best used for full script development as well as integration with pedagogical goals, suffice it that all these are specified. Another instrument powered by artificial intelligence that could be used is Claude or Anthropic. This particular tool can be trained with an emphasis on safety and transparency. It is actually its most important strong point. That is good for age-sensitive content. It can handle large texts and it can handle it in rather well. For example, when we wish this tool to utilize full historical source documents. It has the ability to adapt lengthy historical texts into a simplified narrative or role-play scripts for the needs of preschool education. However, the results that it produces are slightly more formal and stylistically less playful than what ChatGPT can generate. The ChatGPT competitor by Google is called Gemini. And Gemini, as well as ChatGPT, can have a strong integration with search and data. So it is good for fact-checking historical contexts. It can simplify complex texts into dialogue with historical accuracy, and therefore it is good for turning historical facts into classroom-friendly drama-style storytelling. However, its results are less nuanced in what regards drama structure. Therefore, Gemini is best as a historical assistant rather than a drama generator. A fourth technology that could be utilized to this end is pseudo-write. Pseudo-write is designed for creative writing overall, and therefore it is great for dialogues. It is great, let's say, to generate character voices as well as provide scene prompts. It can also offer visual brainstorming, what is called a story engine, for plot as well as emotional tone. And therefore, it is good to create expressive and emotional historical monologues or dialogues. However, it requires a significant deal, a great deal of guidance to maintain factual accuracy. Another artificial intelligence powered instrument to this end is called storywizard.ai. This instrument is built for educators to generate illustrated and age-appropriate stories, including scripts. Thus, it allows teachers to input a historical theme and target age, and the tool then generates narrative. It is therefore good to illustrate dramatic storytelling based on historical events for preschool and primary learners. However, for advanced user, it is less customizable than other instruments. Deep Story by Scriptbook is an artificial intelligence screenwriting tool that generates full screenplays or stage scripts with dramatic arcs. It includes character arcs, emotional shifts, as well as scene direction. It is therefore good to develop multi-character dramas with complex roles based on history. And here, however, it starts also, its comparative disadvantage in the sense that it requires a subscription as well as editing in order to be suitable for all ages, included apparently the preschool education ages. Canva artificial intelligence storyteller is excellent for visual storytelling as it combines short dialogues with images or slides, and it is thus useful for creative classroom presentations of short skits. Its best use, however, is in visual dramatization for very young audiences using artificial intelligence generated text as well as imagery. Last but not least, Runway ML, the second generation, is a video generation artificial intelligence with potential for animating short and a little longer historical dramatizations. Teachers working with this instrument can feed it with a simple script as well as generate a short animated scene. It is therefore useful if we wish to create short visual historical skits based on simple artificial intelligence scripts. However, its down aspects relate to its technical requirements because it requires technical setup, and it also requires strong visual editing skills. For educators, I would suggest initially the use of ChatGPT or ideally a combination of tools. For example, somebody may start with ChatGPT or Claude for interpreting and adapting historical sources, and then use Sudowrite or StoryWizard for customizing a particular writing style, as well as guaranteeing child engagement. And at the end, use Canva or Runway to visualize the script or the performance. Because the integration of all of these tools requires a significant deal of skills that are more often than not there when it comes to a primary school educator, as well as a preschool educator who's not accustomed to these artificial intelligence powered instruments. In the section to follow, I will demonstrate how to use ChatGPT for the purpose of generating a short historical drama that could be played by children in a preschool education setting.